Allie, and I'm here today with Morgan and Andrew for our COMS 101 project. We're going to tell you all about what it's like to be an artist, and we're going to go into the details of what the job actually entails, and we're going to tell you the pros and cons, and then we're going to tell you how God even values work as an artist. So let's head over to Morgan in her studio. So Morgan, how long have you been pursuing art as a career?
Well, you see, I've always kind of had art be my passion ever since I was young, but my career honestly didn't really take off till my early to mid-20s. That's when it became big for me.
What made you decide to go into art?
Well, it's always been my passion, like I said, and my dad as a young girl always told me if you do what you love, it will never feel like work, and I love art and I love using it as my job, and I never feel like I'm actually working.
That's awesome. How many hours a week does your job actually entail?
That can depend on piece to piece and how many projects you have going at one time, but honestly that depends on piece to piece and what you have going on.
What is pay like as an artist?
Well, you see, it's not the most glamorous pay, but it's about $45,000, but if you get a good buyer and you get a good commissioner, they'll pay you based on your piece, how much detail, how much size, how much time, what more could you ask for?
Right. Where do you typically work? Like, what does work look like for you?
Work for me is my studio, like I said, and that's the goal for many artists is to one day have their own studio, and if not, you can definitely use a small room that you have to yourself in your house or apartment. But the goal is to have your own studio where it's just for you. You can have all your pieces spread out and take your time. And for my day-to-day, like I said, it depends on pieces. And if I have deadlines and if I have a buyer who wants a piece by a certain date, I definitely work as hard as I can to meet those deadlines. So that can include late nights in the studio, but it's doing what I love, so.
How much time would you say goes into making each piece?
That can depend on the size, medium, and detail of the piece. It can be anywhere from 30 to 75 hours, which a lot of people don't know. And mediums include like paint, markers, colored pencils, and all that kind of stuff. So,
where do you get inspiration for each piece?
Inspiration for me can be anywhere from just little things outside, from old pictures, for stuff you just see lying around, and that can be based on, depend from artist to artist. A lot of people have kind of their own concentration, what they like the best, what medium they like the best, and they can kind of base stuff off of that and what they like and what they prefer. But just the little things can turn into big things, big projects. So.
What kind of education do you need to pursue an art career?
That, a bachelor in studio or fine arts is definitely required for artists, and based on your commissioner, your buyer, and where you want to display your work, a master's is preferred, but it's really preference for you.
Wow. How do you typically find a buyer?
That kind of involves getting a piece done beforehand, and you can either get them to buy it, or you can do what I prefer is to find a buyer or commissioner and have them tell you what they want and when they want it by, and go from there.
And what do you like best about being an artist?
Getting to do what I love every day.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. So I see you've brought some of your work with you. Do you want to explain to us what those
Absolutely. I have these quick, short, and simple 5-minute sketches, and these can actually go into bigger pieces that I prefer and like. But these are done in Copic marker, and like I have here, this is my Copic marker palette, I guess you could say, like paint palette, but it's for Copic markers. These say all the colors I have. It can remind me what colors are running low, for example, and what colors I have. A lot of blues and greens, as you can see. But these kind of can tell me like what I need, what I have a lot of, and go from there.
What's your favorite color to use?
I definitely love the skin colors, and the red, oranges, and yellows blend together very well, but all artists hate orange.
Wow. All right, well, thank you so much for your time today. We're going to head on over to Andrew with pros and cons.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Andrew, and like Morgan and Allie said, there are a lot of pros to being an artist, and in specific, if it's your passion, I mean, that's definitely a good pro, but there are other pros to that. One of the best things is that you get to show your own creativity. This is specifically for creative people. If you're not that creative, I guess this isn't really a pro for you, but if you are creative and you get to kind of show that in your own art, that definitely is something that's cool. And then not only that, but also getting to see that inspire others. That's pretty cool. I mean, there's not very many jobs out there where you get to see the direct impact from your work and what you do into other people's lives. And in specific, it's not just one person's life, but there are many times where that one piece will go into someone's home and you can see it impact that person. You can see it impact their family, and anybody that comes into the house, they'll see that piece, and you just kind of get to inspire people. That's definitely a pro to the job. Another pro is that you get to connect with people. So you get to meet people from all over the world, from all different cultures, and that's one of the biggest things is networking in this job. So if you are a social person and you enjoy talking to people, this is definitely a good job for you. And personally, I think one of the best jobs is a job where you get to be your own boss. So in this case, if you're working freelance and you're your own boss, you can work from anywhere. You can work from the park, you can work from a studio, you can work from your house. And I mean, if you work from your house, I mean, that means you can wear anything you want. So if you want, you can wear pajamas.
Let's not.
Let's go into some of the cons. So one of the biggest things is there's no stability in being an artist. Unless you're working for a company and you are being told what to do in advance and you already know that once you make it, somebody's planning on buying it, there is no guarantee that what you make, somebody will want. So if you make 3 pieces and maybe one person buys one, you still don't know if the other 2 are ever going to sell. All you can do is wait and hope that somebody appreciates it. And another thing is you have to work from the ground up. Like before, it's all about networking, all about connecting with people. If you know a bunch of people, you have a better chance of people wanting your work. And if they know you personally, they'll have better reasons to want it. But if you don't know those people, the exact opposite's true. Not as many people will know who you are, what kind of artwork you do, and you're less likely to be able to sell it. And also, that success is based off of their own opinion. So you may have put countless hours into a piece and think, wow, this is really good, this inspires me, and I love it. But if they don't see it, and they don't want to buy it, there's nothing you can do. It's all about what they want, and if their tastes align with your taste, then you're good. But if they don't appreciate it, there's nothing you can do. And finally, it's very competitive. There's a lot of people out there who all have their own artwork, and they're trying to sell theirs to those same people that you were trying to sell to. So now you have to convince them why your art is better or why yours is the ones to buy. So those are some of the cons to being an artist. And Allie will actually be going into another pro and the biblical aspect to it.
God even values art. James 1:17 says, every good and perfect gift is from the Lord. If you are talented, if you're creative, if you are good at art, then that's because God has given you that gift. He wants you to use your gifts to glorify Him. So when you paint something or if you create something, you should show it to other people so that they can see Him through your work. God Himself is also an artist. Everything you've seen, the sunsets, the sunrises, oceans, trees, the grass, the animals, everything on the earth He has created, and everything is beautiful. Psalm 19:1 says, the heavens declare the glory of God, the skies proclaim the work of His hands. Everything that is beautiful, God has created, and that's because He values art. So if He's given you the gift of being an artist, He wants to see you use it because He finds pleasure in things that are beautiful. Isaiah 64:8 says, but now, O Lord, you are our Father. We are the clay and you are our potter. we are all the work of your hands. He's created us, and He's created us to glorify Him, and we can glorify Him by using the talents that He's given us. So if you're an artist, you can glorify Him by creating art. So since God values art and He's given you the gift, if you're creative, you should become an artist. Also, being creative is good for you. It helps you express how you feel, and it gives you an outlet for using your talents. Also, being an artist, you can work from home, and you can be your own boss, and if you're really good, you can make money. So there are lots of positives to being an artist, and by using the gift that God has given you, you can really glorify Him through your work. So you should become an artist.
Thanks for watching our video. As you can see, there are a lot of pros and cons to being an artist.
We hope that you saw the many benefits of being an artist and what maybe some artists enjoy about having that as their career, and hopefully you can even see
That God values art as a career.
So thank you for watching.
Be sure to like and subscribe. Add me on Twitter.
Power
95.
Okay. Toodles.